Hello everyone, welcome back. So we're going to go down the plot very shortly, which is why I'm all dressed up for the cold because it is a bit chilly today. But I want to do a little update for you first of what I've actually sown in February, and just what the other stuff that's still on the windowsill basically. Hopefully you should hear me a lot better now. I've got a brand new all singing microphone and I've got a new camera, so you should be, the picture quality should be really good as well. I've even got an all singing all dancing brand new laptop for all the editing and stuff like that. So yeah, should be all ready to rock. Like, let me show you these seedlings now. Okay, so these are two varieties of swede that I've sown on the 15th of this month. I've got Invitation and Best of All, and I had them in an unheated propagator. We can see I've took them out now because we've got some little signs of life, which is fantastic. And if you, these are actually for the challenge that Danny from the Grapevine Garden is doing this year. It's the Transatlantic Swederbega Challenge. So if you're not familiar with that, go over to Danny's channel and he will explain all about that. Right, that's that sorted. Just these are the ones that were sown in January, coming on fantastically. Green curly kale, 2 types of cabbage. Let's go over to this side. And these are, again, sown on the 15th of this month. So they've only took a few days to come up, which is brilliant. These have been in a heated propagator. And this is pelargoniums here. There's some lobelia, very tiny, tiny. Hope you can see that. And this is petunia. And then these are the ones that again were sown in January, doing fantastic. Look at these cauliflowers, these need to be pricked on now. And then onions, Elsa Craig, and some globo. Okay, I need to show you the peppers, but they are downstairs. Okay, so this is where I've got my heated propagator in the dining room actually. So still got the peppers in here, so let's get rid of that, shall we? And these are so these are the ones that Ali sent me all the way from Canada. You may have seen that on my Instagram page. I put that on my Instagram when I sowed these the other day, and they're still yet to emerge. Obviously peppers take a while. So we've got Ali sent me the sweet chocolate pepper, Red Bull's horn pepper, and beaver dam pepper. Thanks very much, Ali. I'm excited to see what these are going to turn out like. If you're not familiar with Ali's channel, it's Ali at Rusty Gardener's Place. Go and check her out. I'll put all the links in the description to all the channels that I mentioned. And then these are just the other peppers that I want to sow this year. And this is California Wonder, just a normal sweet pepper. A long yellow sweet pepper called Amy. And then I've just sown 2 types of chili this year. One's hot lemon and the other's just a cayenne pepper. And I've got an overwintered pepper from last year. It's called Little Elf. Let me show you that. Okay, so this is the Little Elf. This was overwintered. Actually doing all right. I've just kept it relatively dry. I've chopped it back a bit and I kept it relatively dry over the winter, and it's just been on a windowsill. Nice and easy. This grows to about 30 to 35 centimeters, only a little plant, but it does produce loads and loads of little chilies, which is great. And there the potatoes chitting away quite merrily. Right, okay, so should we go to the plot while the sun is still shining, and I'll show you what's been going on down there, a bit of an update. Okay, so we're up the plot. So we're going to start a little bit of a plot tour, a bit of a catch up of what's been going on the last couple of weeks. Let's go. Okay, let's start off with pond and flower area. So this pond, I've just topped it with a bit of rainwater actually, because this is the pond. I'm not sure if you saw this one of my YouTube community posts, but the pond liner has got a bit of a leak on it. It was a recycled liner from the plot, just some plastic I bought a new pond liner to go in there. It's obviously got a hole in somewhere. It's not keeping the water. So anyway, I've topped it up with a bit more rainwater for now, in case the frogs want to have a little play in there. But yeah, the aim is to replace that liner. I'll be doing that on a future video. These parts are from the greenhouse, which I've started to construct the main frame. A bit more information on that, I'll let you know about that. And this is where you may have seen I cleared the space for the base to go in for the greenhouse build. So this is all now been levelled off, securely popped into the ground, posts in, bolted in, everything, bricks, bolts and braces, belts and braces, shall they say, and some bolts as well. Yeah, I've managed to get a new water butt here as well. I'll hopefully paint that the same colour as the shed, if I've got any paint left over. But yeah, so we've got, you know, pansies flowering here still, and then hyacinths are doing well as well. So let's have a look at this. Let's have a look. Let's start this side, shall we? So got some Swedes on here still, not really doing much. They were overwintered as an experiment, so we'll have to see about those. Yes, we've got some strawberries that you may have seen me popped in there as a temporary home, but the savoy cabbages doing well. They've been overwintered. Sweet Williams are holding on here. Now the onions are doing really well under here. I don't know if you can see that, but they are planning to move, because what I'm going to do here is move all these onions into one of these beds here, and then this is going to become another pea bed. I've managed to get some metal grill and some posts, so I'm gonna, because I want to do more peas this year, so that's the plan for that. So they're doing really well actually, so they'll move quite well. Transplant those. This, I managed to gain 3 more pallet collars from a plot neighbour who didn't want them, so they're going to be fantastic. They're going to go over the other side here somewhere in the rejig, and then these will as well. These are also these pallet collars which came from when I did the move the greenhouse, move the beds for the greenhouse. And then this is where the birdies beds are going to go, yet to be constructed, future plan. Garlic doing really well. Bit yellow on the tips and stuff like that. I think what I'll do is give that a bit of a nettle feed. Empty bed, a few volunteer daffodils. This is another pea bed, but I put daffodils in there for now. They're all coming up now, lovely. As this was an empty bed, and this is probably going to become onions as well. And empty bed, just a couple of rogue strawberries in there I didn't have any room for, but this is probably going to be the asparagus, so I'm going to move the asparagus too. I'll show you that a little bit later. Shallots all coming up, doing okay, happy with that. Empty bed there, ready for the peas. That needs mulching. This has been mulched. This is ready for cauliflowers. Let's go around this way, shall we? Let's do the fruit garden last. Okay, so we've been and done all this side, haven't we? Let's have a look at this side. Savoy cabbages, overwintered. Looking great, aren't they? Look. Happy with those. Slugs have been having a little go, but they're surviving, they're hanging on. Just take some of the outer dead leaves off that, get in there if you get a few stray weeds up. And this is, we come to the brassica disaster zone. One rogue cabbage down there, which is doing fine because it's a Savoy. But yeah, this is what was sort of lasted from the Calabrese, not good. They'll come out and that bed get remulched. These beds might have to actually change because I've got the pallet collars now, which might add a different configuration around here. I think that's probably what I might do. These kale have been absolutely fine. Great, they're coming to the end of their life now, so I've got some new seeds at home, as you've probably seen earlier. They'll take over, and this is the Cavolo Nero ready to go once these ones give up the ghost. These have been they've been okay, but the cold is affecting. You can see there, it's going a bit squidgy, the stem. This one's had it. So yeah, not a great overwintering for the usually hardy brassicas. Been quite harsh, isn't it? And let's go to this one. Now these, yeah, might be able to get a little bit of a floret off that one and that one and that one. But yeah, these have had it. They can come up. And it's okay-ish, that one. We'll see. But yeah, this is going to need to be rethought. Now, this is the disaster of the purple sprouting broccoli. Looking very sad still. Yeah, I need to get in here and clear some of these dead leaves away. But what I'm thinking is literally just to harvest these, actually. Harvest these bits that have re-sprouted and just get rid of the plants, because yeah, they've had it. And then this is where actually here to here, this is where all the potatoes are going to be. So I'll clear that off and I'll get this mulched over ready. And this is where we saw the savoys before. So yeah, let's go and have a look at the fruit garden actually. So yeah, this is where I've decided this fennel, this common fennel, to have for the pollinators, I'm going to give away to plot neighbours. I'm going to pot them up, and then I'm going to put various places around the plot. This is a perennial one. So they'll be great somewhere else, but not here. Now, sort of in here as well is the asparagus, so those crowns are going to come up and go over there where I just said, into that raised bed. Then the comfrey, I've got a couple of bits of comfrey here. Yeah, that's coming back. They're going to be moved. And what I'm going to do here is going to make a rough raised bed and put it here. And that's where the second strawberry bed's going to go. So that's the plan for the fruit garden. And then, so strawberry bed's going to go here. And then sort of maybe at the front here, I've got a young blackcurrant that's probably going to go here. So this is going to be definitely more of a fruit garden. So yeah, and then we've got some perennial flowers here, some scabious, and there's a lupin there. These are sort of wallflowers that are hanging on, and some sweet William. They've done well considering the cold we've had, and so they should get some flowers on very soon. Some buds on the very mature blackcurrant that I got given last year, so we'll see what that does this year. I don't know if you can see the raspberries burst into life, some new shoots at the bottom there. And I've put a load of bulbs in here. And then this is some spring bulbs here as well, already started to come up. And yeah, so this is the other strawberry bed, looking fab, actually. Get that later. But yeah, that basically is going to be something very, very similar to over there. So we're going to have almost strawberries at this end in the fruit garden. And this is a couple more comfrey here and some perennials. But yeah, we've got an apple here, cherry, apple. And this is, I believe it's a Loganberry here, but I can't remember because the name has rubbed off the label. My plot neighbour gave it to me. But yeah, so that is the plot at the moment. I think we've got a bit of work to do with the old brassicas, but it's not looking too bad. But yeah, the main thing is going to be the greenhouse build. That is next, followed by the pond. That'll be a quick job. And then compost, complete resort out of the compost bays, which are going to flip to the side. The access is going to be the other side. Yeah, not looking too bad, eh? Also, just talking about the brassicas as well. So I'm going to be putting sprouts in down this side as well, where you saw the other brassicas and the kale and stuff, and obviously the Kalettes as well. So this is just a little bit of a reminder. The Kalette grow along is going to be starting on the 1st of March. I'll be sowing the seeds, and then we'll be all sharing our photos and stuff on Instagram and sharing on YouTube and things like that. So it'll be really interesting. So I'd love for as many people as possible to join in the grow along. So get your seeds in now. What I'll do, I'll put a link in the description to where you can get some Kalette seeds and stuff like that. So if you've not got them, get them in now, ready to go. So archways. Now this one is going to be for grapevine, thornless blackberry this year. Let's see how that does. And this one is going to be literally just for French climbing beans. One variety this side, one variety that side. I'm not doing any runners this year. So dahlias are still tucked up here, mulched over with bark. Let's hope that they are okay under there, fingers crossed. And I have got a plan to actually pop another dahlia bed this side with loads more flowers, like for giant zinnias and things like that. I just love them because I haven't got enough room at home for all these flowers that I want to grow. So that's the plan. So that's what's going to go here. And then what I'm going to do here is, with the smallest palette collar, I'm going to make a carrot bed, just a little carrot box. So that's the plan for that. So we've got the greenhouse project coming up and the pond project. We've got moving raised beds. We've got loads of stuff going on, so stay tuned for all that. That's it for now. I'll see you next time.